about to open an exhibition in Newcastle. It's called Land, Sea and Sky, which is really good. And welcome to Smart Arts Group.
Thanks, Charlie.
We haven't seen you in here for a while. What I'm going to do, though, is get Greg's Archibald finalist painting in here in a couple of weeks when the Archies start to ramp up as part of the Fishbowl Featured Artist thing. Tell us about your show.
Right, yes, it's opening on the 17th to the 4th, 17th of February to the 4th of March. It's all Newcastle landscape subjects. And it's been wonderful painting it, but over the last couple of months, but it's the weather hasn't been...
I was just about to say that. It's hard for an artist who likes to work on location, Greg.
Yeah, it's so they work around that, find ways of working around it, and I developed a different style of approach. I mean, with a iffy weather, I started painting, laid it all in one go, getting just the basic light and the composition and the
get the feel.
The feel, just to lay it in, and then leave it to dry without much detail, and then come back when it's dry about a week later and lay in all the details.
So you go back to the same place?
Yeah, with the weather. It's back in the studio. There's a bunch of paintings in the exhibition of all the little studies I did on site.
Yeah.
And they're all the little thumbnails, and I always do those. It gets the essence of the sense of place.
Yeah, they're beautiful pieces. I love them. I've always loved Greg's work.
And settling on my hometown, Newcastle, what is it about that place? You just capture so many different angles. You'd almost, in some of the paintings I'm looking at online, it's almost as if you're back streets of London or a European city or somewhere. What is it about that place that gives you so many interesting vistas?
Well, a place you know so well, like Newcastle. I'm a Sydney boy, but I know Newcastle very well. I've never actually painted Newcastle before. I've painted plenty of the Central Coast and Sydney and everywhere else, but as soon as I started looking for subjects and actually started painting, I realised what a uniquely beautiful city it is. It is a really unique place.
Is the topography a good thing? It seems to be folded so you can get vantage points everywhere.
Everything's so close together, like the beaches and the lovely leafy streets.
Yeah.
They've kept all the charm and the historic buildings. It's still retained. It's got the lovely up on the hill.
Yeah, I love that hill there with that castle thing on top of it. What's that?
There's a cathedral up the top. And,
the one on the beach?
Oh, you're talking about Nobbies?
Nobbies, is that Nobbies?
Yeah.
I'm not very good with
You've painted
navigation.
some great cityscapes. I'm looking at one of yours here, Paris in winter, the Seine, and Sorbonne, I think, or something. So how different is it painting good old Newcastle?
Right. Actually, I think I've enjoyed Newcastle as much as anywhere, if not more. It's because I've discovered somewhere where you're familiar with somewhere, but you see it in fresh eyes when you go to paint it, and looking for subjects that maybe haven't been painted before, locations, and just like when you look at a lovely charming house on top of a hill, and then you'll see the ocean behind it, looking down that
And can you use a bit of artistic license to maybe, with perspective in that situation? If you've got the ocean behind, you've got this thing, can you move things around a bit, or do you stick to the, exactly what's there?
Well, I'm a realistic, like a traditional representational
Fair enough,
painter.
so you don't really.
But
A realist.
But I'm trying to simplify my whole style, working down. And so some of the subjects I wanted to simple it down almost to design it, basic shapes.
And you can shorten the perspective a bit to get things in.
Flatten it out.
It's just an interesting
Beautiful
place to
work.
But one thing, to say, one day I was up there, I left home, it was lovely and sunny, I got up there and it was a bit overcast and started raining, so I was looking for subjects, looking for locations. So I went over to Carrington, that lovely industrial area, and a guy stopped and said, I'd like to come out on a tug and take some photos on a tug, out on the tug. So I spent the afternoon.
Wow.
It was this beautiful golden afternoon, the golden light, and I spent 3 hours from about 5:30 in the afternoon until sunset.
And there's another perspective from the harbour looking up at the city, isn't it?
That's become a major part of the show is all this looking at Newcastle from the water.
Greg, where and when for the show? It sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's in Cooks Hill Gallery, 67 Bull Street in Cooks Hill, and I found it today that the cafe directly over the road was William Dovell's birthplace. So
Was he born on the footpath?
What a hero! What a hero!
Greg.
What an amazing fellow!
Yeah.
That's great. I love Dovell.
Yeah, me too.
That's great, Greg. Well, it opens on the 17th of February, which is the same night that our Juggalug string band are playing at the Avoca Beach Picture Theatre
It's
as
a big
well.
night next Friday.
Will be a big night.
Yeah.
Thanks for all of our guests coming in, Yanni, and thanks
Thank
to you.
See you in about 3 weeks.
You're not allowed to pick on my film.
Sorry, guys. I'll try to get. Thanks for that. I was really interested in that. That sounds like a fantastic project.
Afternoon, Helen's Aremus with ABC News.